Hi everyone, welcome to another obstacle video. In this video, we are going to talk about the problem tough cookie, which is a hard problem. Let's take a look at this. So in this problem statement, what we have to do is we have to click on this particular text and which will reveal a string which will contain both characters and numbers. Now, how it has been laid out is there are certain characters, then numbers, then characters and numbers, and characters and numbers. We have to fetch the first set of numbers and put it here, second set of numbers and put it here, and third set of numbers and put it here. Okay, I'll make it back in the initial state where it says click me to reveal. Pause this video for a moment, think about how you are going to solve this problem statement, then watch the remaining video. I'm going to explain each and every detail in this, why, what is used, what syntax means, and all the details around that. Okay, now I'll get started with scanning. So we just need 4 elements in this. We need this. So I'll just capture those 4 elements first. So let's click on scan. And now our application scan is loaded. I'll click on select on screen. I'll capture this. I'll capture this. I'll capture this. And the last element. Okay. This is all what we need. And all are unique. So I'm not going to go into that. And I'll just save this. Okay, and I'll close this. Now what we'll do is we'll move this to the test cases section. Okay, and our test case is created. Now let's perform step by step what we need to do. So first we need to click on this. So we can easily pass a click statement here. Okay, and then whatever the number is coming, we have to fetch that and extract the values, right? So what I'll do is I'll just quickly increase the cardinality. If you want, you can copy paste also the same step, but I prefer increasing the cardinality in case we need to use it again. Okay, now here basically the whole set of commands and things will come into picture. Okay, now you would have used buffer, you would have used dynamic buffer. Now in this case we have to get 3 buffers out of it, which is extracting 3 different digits in a certain pattern. Now how do we do that? We do that using regular expression. Okay, now if you do a curly brackets here and do a regex or type reg, it will show you all different commands and things available here. So you can use it in this particular instance, this particular instance, or this particular instance. What we are going to use is the last one, regex, expression, buffer name, sub expression, and then the expression. Now I'll type this out so that you understand it better. Okay, and I'll explain everything. So I'll do curly brackets, reg x, and then you put square brackets and then you close it. Okay, now any expression which goes in regular expression should be going with double quotes, so I'll put double quotes here. Okay, now this is the basic regex expression. Okay, now we'll deal with the things inside this. Okay, now our first task is to ignore the value which is coming in terms of characters, and then we have to take a look at the numbers, right? So since this are coming in small letters, we'll take small letters. And how we can define a certain uh, limit is I can put square brackets, okay, and I can put a hyphen z. So what it will do is any character between a to z, it is going to consider here. Okay, and then we will put a wildcard here. Okay, and then we have to put brackets like this. Okay, now what we have done here is we have read all the characters, all the initial characters. Okay, after this here we will type a question mark. Okay, now what does question mark means is whenever we type question mark, it means that it is going to limit the search what you're doing. So basically wherever it is going to limit it to lesser numbers. Okay, so if you want to look, you can take a look at this particular characters explanation in terms of .NET. What does it mean, how does it limit? But basically it is going to limit your number of search. Okay, so what will happen now, the moment we do that, we are trying to fetch the number, right? So in case of regular expression, you will put less than and greater than symbol and you will type something here. Now whatever I type here is going to become a buffer. So let's say I will type num1. Okay, now this has become a buffer. Now why in this expression it is used? Because we are trying to extract a certain portion out of it, as well as we are going to repeat that. So this is what the syntax is going to be. Okay, now what needs to be fetched in this? We need to supply that value. So again, we don't know what number is going to come here, but we understand that it is going to be in a range of either 0 to 9. That is what the number of characters it could be appearing. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll mention 0 hyphen 9 and we'll close the square brackets, and then we will put a wildcard. Okay, so as soon as we are able to meet this, we will get out of this. Okay, so it will be able to read till this particular value. Okay, now we will click out of it just to make sure our regex is uh, detecting it correctly, so that we are not making any mistakes in terms of the syntax. Okay, now what we can do is we can copy this. Okay, so I need to copy exactly from here, from where A to Z starts and where this closes. Okay, now since we have to capture three numbers, what we'll do is we will repeat this one time and I'll click here again and I'll put it second time. Okay, all what we are going to do is I'm just going to change the buffer value here, num2, and here I'm going to write num3. Okay, so what we have done is we have replicated the pattern in which the numbers and the characters are appearing. Okay, now whenever you work with a regex in this particular way, in which you're trying to fetch a certain value, you cannot use the action mode input. As most of you might already know, when you're doing a dynamic buffer thing, you cannot use the action mode input. In that case, we have to use the action mode verify. So this is very important, otherwise this is not going to work. Okay, now I will pass these buffer values directly in all these three elements. Okay, so that is going to be very straightforward. So I'll just type b num1, close it out. Same thing with this one, b num2, close it out, and we will take a look at this if we are running into any other issues or in terms of syntax or those things. We are going to solve those. Okay, now our test case is ready. I'll just click out of this just to make sure that it is in this particular condition in which click me to reveal is appearing, and let me run this and we'll see if it is working or not. Okay, so first it is going to click, then it is going to get the number, then it is going to extract the text dynamically in three different buffers and it is going to put those numbers there. But let's see how it performs. So see, our automation problem is solved. Okay, we'll just do once more to make sure it is working in all of the cases, and I'll explain certain other variations of the commands as well in which you can use this. Okay, so in case you do not want to go with exactly this command or you want to understand what other things mean, we can do that as well. So let me just run it once more just to make sure our script is perfect. Okay, so we are able to solve this problem. Okay, now let's go back to our expression. Okay, so here you see we have num1 0 to 9 asterisk. Okay, now if I just show you the regex command, what TOSCA mentions here. So first part was our expression in which we have mentioned that A to Z asterisk and then question mark. Question mark is basically to limit the number of the search. Okay, and then whatever buffer name, so we have given num1. Okay, then the sub expression. Okay, now here you will notice that they have given forward colon D. Okay, now forward colon D is basically used to imply the digits. Okay, so here if you see I have 0 to 9 mentioned. Okay, but if I want, I can remove this 0 to 9. Okay, and I can give forward slash D. what will happen with this is it is going to perform the exactly same thing, and it is going to uh, consider only digits here. So if you want, instead of 0 to 9 and asterisk, if you want a shorter version, you can use that as well. So I'll just use D here, and here I'll keep it 0 to 9, 0 to 9, just to see if it is working or not. And there are other things as well which you can do in regex. So if you want, you can define more details into this, but this problem statement does not require that much. But whenever you create a regex, let me just quickly make this in the same state. So whenever you use regex, you can use uh, the upper symbol and dollar to mention that what is the start of the string, what is the end of the string, and you can play other variations as well if you understand the .NET command. So see, even /d is working. So in case I want to just limit these number of this, I can do that as well. Okay, now this is how we can very easily solve this a complex automation problem quickly in minutes. Okay, I do have a lot of other videos as well on my channel. Do check those out, and do like, share and subscribe. That supports the channel a lot. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye.